What's up guys, it's Matt Collins Jones here, also known as the D365 Geek, and today we're talking about Power Automate, we're talking about expressions, and we're talking about the NOT expression, or the NOT function. So NOT is a logical function that allows you to pass in an expression, and it's basically going to do the opposite of what you put in. So if the expression that you put in resolves as true, it will output a false, and if the expression that you put in returns a false, it will return a true. So let's take a look at it. So we've got a manual trigger flow here, and we've got a compose action here. Then we can click in compose, we can go over to expressions, scroll down to logical functions, and we've got the not function here. So the not will return true if the parameters are false. So we will click on not and we'll put an expression in. So the expression I'm going to use is equals. So we're going to choose 1 and 1. So this is basically saying if 1 equals 1, return a true value, return a false value. So let's click that and let's test it. Let's just run the flow, ignore the input for now. So flow run failed. Okay. Not defined or not valid. That's interesting. Let's try this again. Not. Sorry, it's equals, not equal. That is why. We'll test that again. It's a great thing about live demos. So we know that 1 does equal 1, so this has returned a false value. So let's try something else. So let's say 1 equals 2. So does 1 equal 2? So that's going to return a false value. We'll update it. Does this equal 2? No, it does. We'll save and test. We'll run it again. And we'll wait for it to catch up. There we go. Run the flow. Pros out. And it's turned true. So the first expression that we put in was does 1 equal 1, and the not operator returned that as a false value because 1 does equal 1, and we're going to do the opposite of what it's telling. Then the next one we put in does 1 equal 2. 1 doesn't equal 2, and therefore that expression resolves as false, and the not reverts that to true. So what you can use this for is things where you know an output will be true or false, but you may need to do a different action based on a true and false. So you could go down a conditional branching of logic to go if this resolves as true, then false, we don't want to do anything. So if someone has not opted in to a marketing list, for instance, we don't want to add them to a marketing list because that would be a breach of data protection. But if someone has opted into a marketing list, then we're going to go, yeah, we're going to go down that branch. So you can kind of use this to do the opposite of the inputs that you're getting in. So this might be especially relevant if you need to do some complex calculations and logic around certain things and have conditional logic. So I'd like to know what you guys use this for. As always, you can let me know down in the comments, or you can hit me up on Twitter at D365Geek. All the credentials are at the end of this video or in the link in the description down below. As always, if you could like and share my video, it's much appreciated, and I'll see you next time.